We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Seattle Seahawks. On the visiting sideline, there's head coach Shane Steichen. His guys are putting together a season to remember. No blemishes on their record to this point. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys, champions of their division, know they'll be hosting at least one playoff game in the near future. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, 15 carries, 72 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm with the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sight set on another big game right here.
2nd down and 8. Throwing Jones. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
This is all about testing a defense at different levels. Both the tight end and the receiver outside are going to run matching dig routes at varying depths down the field. This gives your quarterback options. He decides to go with his tight end on the shorter route, and he made the right call.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get this out to about the 40. The rushing numbers for Taylor in last week's ball game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good. Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. He also a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him, over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
2nd and 5. Now Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Colts. Tyler Warren with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So that touchdown pass number 51 for him on the year, and it moves him past 2 guys at 50, 2 of the best ever, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Brady had 50 in 2007, and Mahomes did it in 2018. The try here for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Seahawks, nothing. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff for Indianapolis. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 2nd and 13 at the 19-yard line. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left side, he finds Smith-Njigba. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fielded at the 33. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Darnold now to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. To throw is Darnold. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A yard all they need, but it's third down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Looking to put a drive together. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They run once more with Taylor. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. A gain of 3, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down, Jones. That's complete right around the 8. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 4th down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Quiddy Pay in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
Now, that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Darnold. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. That is caught. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Colts first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warren. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Looking to throw. Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts
It's 4th down.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Second and 10.
Here goes Hut.
Back to throw, Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Now 3rd down and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Darnold. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Holding, seating team.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but hold it.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Well, let's take it in by downs.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Real side. Side.
After the interception, here's Darnold.
Smith-Njigba with the grab.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
52-yard attempt.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime
Our tour
report.
of the NFL starts now. It begins in Houston. The Texans at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And check it out, Joe Mixon. He gets past the first wave of the defense, and the race is on. The Texans come away with a victory. They win by 6. From there, why don't we go to South Philly? Look in on the Eagles. They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's the 2,000-yard rusher from a year ago, Saquon Barkley. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Eagles get the W by 2 touchdowns. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. And here's the guy they call Pop, Demario Douglas. He's one of the 4 verticals on this route, and it's a deep shot. They connect. This is going to wind up as an 85-yard catch and run for the touchdown. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Throwing Jones. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Jones.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the lonely way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the 46-yard line.
Running left is Walker. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Again, it's Walker.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down.
Darnold.
15 yards to go.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. Got his man. It's one. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. He finds Smith-Njigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Here we go, sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Pierce. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Colts 1st down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside at 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Colts first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock.
Neville Gallimore in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 35-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Darnold. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Now Darnold. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Grover Stewart coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 45-yard punt for them on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as you can see there, not only is he looking to secure a passing title, but he's also closing in on a 5,000-yard campaign. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Just shy of midfield. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now a give to Taylor. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll find Pittman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Colts.
Off the play fake, Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Jones will sneak it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
It's a gain of a
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Go, set.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here we go, set. Set.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Colts' 46-yard line.
Darnold to throw again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Well, come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football back as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Again, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Seahawks 6. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man right side is cut, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll set up to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's played well all year long as he enters the home stretch of the season as the NFL leader in touchdown passes.
19 Tiger.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Indianapolis, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.